I used to think the worst part about living next to another family was the noise. I was wrong. The worst part is when the noise turns into entitlement. And in my case, that entitlement came from a girl who decided I was her enemy without even knowing my name. Her name was Chloe. She moved into the house next door with her dad and little sister after her parents split up. At first, everything seemed normal. Friendly smiles, small talk in the driveway, nothing strange. But that lasted about a week before the chaos started. Her dad worked night shifts, so Chloe was basically the one watching her younger sister. Except she did not watch her. She just yelled at her, constantly. It was nonstop bickering through the walls. Sometimes I heard them arguing at midnight, sometimes at 6 in the morning, and every time it ended with a door slamming so hard my picture frame shook. One morning, I was leaving for work when I saw Chloe sitting on her porch, crying. Her sister stood next to her, looking worried. I asked if everything was okay. Chloe wiped her face and snapped at me that it was none of my business. I backed off. Fine, not my problem. Later that week, things took a turn. I came outside to find a note taped to my front door. It said I needed to stop staring at her dad every morning because I was making Chloe uncomfortable. I did not even know what her dad looked like because I left for work before he ever came home. The whole thing made zero sense. I ignored it, thinking maybe she was going through something. But the next day, she left another note. This one said I was walking around in shorts to get attention and that it was disrespectful. I live in a warm state. Everyone wears shorts. It was getting weird fast. The breaking point came when I walked outside to take out the trash and saw Chloe standing in her yard recording me with her phone. I asked what she was doing. She said she was collecting proof that I was trying to make her dad look at me. I asked her to put the phone down. She said she would not. That night, I heard her on the phone through the open window. She was telling someone that I was obsessed with her dad. She said I came outside to show off. She said her dad was uncomfortable. I felt nauseous. What if she decided to twist things even more? What if she got her dad involved? Then I remembered something important. Our neighborhood had strict HOA rules because of an issue years ago. One of the rules was clear. Any minor causing repeated disturbances or harassment toward neighbors resulted in automatic HOA intervention. And every house in the neighborhood received one warning. After that, the HOA fine doubled every month until behavior changed. Chloe had no idea. But I did. So the next morning, I wrote a report. Not dramatic, not emotional, just factual. I described the notes, the recording, the false accusations. I uploaded the video from my door camera showing her taping the notes. Then I submitted the complaint through the HOA portal. 2 days later, the warning letter arrived at their door. Chloe's dad came home from work early to talk to the HOA rep. I stayed inside, but I could hear Chloe crying outside. Later that evening, her dad knocked on my door. I expected shouting. Instead, he apologized. He said Chloe had been acting out since the divorce and had created stories in her head because she felt threatened whenever he talked to anyone. He said he had no idea she was bothering me. I accepted the apology. I did not want a war. But the HOA process had already started. They still had to attend the mandatory mediation meeting. After that meeting, everything changed. Chloe stopped leaving notes. She stopped staring at me. She stopped coming outside whenever I walked to my car. Her dad made sure of it. I saw him speaking to her in their driveway one morning. He sounded tired, but firm. A week later, her sister left a drawing on my porch. It was a little crayon picture of our 2 houses and a sun. On the back, she wrote, "Thank you for being nice." I guess she had seen more than anyone realized. Chloe does not talk to me. She barely looks at me. And honestly, that is fine. Sometimes the only way to stop someone's imagination from turning you into a villain is to give reality a louder voice.